You should have already watched a short video that showed you how to set up an account. To actually log on, you will go to the Canvas Instructure homepage. You will get this screen to log on. In order to do that, you will use your email address or your username, whichever you used to set up your original account. In this case, I'm using an email address. And type in the password that you set up. If for some reason you can't remember your password, you can click on the Don't Know Your Password and it will send you an email and allow you to reset it. When you log in, you'll get a screen that looks something like this. If it looks a little different, don't worry about that. The important thing to note is that you have a button up here called Courses, and when you move your mouse over it, your course will appear. You'll only have one when you do this. You click on your course, and it will take you to your home page. Now the title will look different depending on where you're participating, but you'll see that you're on your home button. In order to access the various modules, you simply go up to this button and click on it. The modules are a grouping of different types of course materials into a few different logical areas. So you'll see, for example, there's an introduction, there's a defining abuse module, an identifying abuse, healthy relationships, and so on. You'll also notice that these modules may look slightly different. That is controlled by this button over here on the right. If you click on that little arrow, you'll see that it expands the modules, and you'll be able to see all the different sub-pages of content. Or if you click it up again, you'll just see the main module topic. This allows you to control what you see and at what time you see it. So say for example you've already gone through the introduction module as I have, and so I've decided I don't need to see the submodules anymore, and I've closed that down. Maybe I'm working on the defining abuse module and I want to leave those open. So clicking on these buttons just gives you some control over what you see and when you see it. The first major content module is the defining abuse module. You'll see here when I have it expanded, I have these various topic areas that have different content in them. One of the first things you'll notice is that these icons look slightly different. You'll see that these first pages have modules that look like this with a little tabbed page, and this one looks slightly different. This one is a discussion, which is different than the actual page contents. We'll go over a discussion board in a second. So you'll notice if you click on the various pages within the module, you'll see the actual content on any particular page. So this one talks about how you would define abuse, and you can read through the different materials. You'll notice as you look through this, you see some blue highlighted pages. What these represent are some links. They work sort of like links on any web page. There are different kinds of links though. For example, this first one here is a short summary presentation which takes you to a Prezi unit. If I click in that, I momentarily leave the Canvas module and I go into a separate web page which provides the Prezi orientation. The Prezi is just another PowerPoint type of presentation that's hosted on the web. You can see here this is the overview of the presentation, and these arrows down here will allow you to navigate through it. So you simply click on the arrows and it will take you through the various sections on the particular presentation. You can go backwards if you'd like. Now obviously I'm going through these too fast to read, but this just gives you an idea of how you would navigate a Prezi presentation. And then when it's finished, it will take you back to the home page. Or if at any time during the presentation you want to go back to the overview, you can move your mouse over to this area and you'll see a home button here which will take you to the home page, and these are some buttons that allow you to zoom content. If you're looking at this material on a tablet, the arrows may actually be over here on the side and only appear for a short time, but if you tap over in this general area, you'll be able to page through similarly as you would down here. So when you're done looking at that presentation, you simply close that window and you'll be back in the Canvas program again. You also can see that we have some links to content within Canvas. Now the modules are set up so that you can move through them in kind of a logical progression, but in some instances you might want to move through them in a less linear way. Maybe you want to find out about something right now as opposed to waiting to go through it in the order that it was listed. That's fine. It's up to you to decide that. So for example, if you click on this link, it takes you to another page that is linked into the module. You could do it at that time or you could do it at this time. You'll see here that there's a link to a video. If you click on this,
hey babe, where are you?
I'm not going to play the entire video, but it would link you to a YouTube video. And in this instance, it's asking you, the page is asking you to watch a video and then participate in a discussion. So if you click on here, it will take you to the discussion board. As I said, we'll come back to the discussion board in a second. If you go back, you'll be at the same point that you were when you left that particular page. You'll also notice down here that there are some links to previous modules or next. The next will take you through the pages in any module in a sequential way. So that will allow you to page through it. You also can click on this See Full Course Sequence button and it will take you to the module's homepage where you can decide where you want to enter the material again. I'll show you a couple other kinds of links that may exist. Another type of a link takes you to PDF pages. So for example, if you clicked on this link, you would leave Canvas again and be able to view a PDF handout. You could save this or print this depending on your software if you wanted to. You can close that out and you'll be back in Canvas. Or in some instance, you'll be asked to go to another particular web page. So if you click on that link, much like browsing the internet, it will take you to a web page that you could explore. And when you're finished, again, you can close that window out and you'll be back in Canvas. And as I read through this window, I could go to the next page in the module. So those are some basic ways to navigate through the material. So remember, the basic organization is in the modules. The modules can be expanded or collapsed depending on what you want to see. You can enter them in no particular order or the order that they were designed. If you have any questions about navigating the material, talk to your champion. Thank you.